Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm getting my Parrot Aviary ready for winter. The cold months are coming, so it's time to close all the open areas, add plastic sheets, and start giving my birds special food for warmth and energy. During summer, I keep some walls open for air circulation, but in winter, it's important to close them properly. I'm using clear plastic see-through sheets. They keep the wind out but still let sunlight come through. Make sure the sheets are tight so there are no air gaps. Even a small, open corner can let cold air in at night. I also check the roof for any leaks and make sure no water can drip inside. The floor needs to stay dry too, so I add a thick layer of sand or wood shavings to keep the parrots warm and comfortable. The first thing I'm doing is measuring every window carefully, so I can cut the plastic sheets to the perfect size. I want each one to fit nice and tight, no gaps for cold air to come in. I'm using a measuring tape to check the width and height of every window. I write down each size, so when I cut the sheets later, I know exactly which one goes where. Once all the measurements are done, I add a little extra, about 1 or 2 inches on each side, just to make sure the sheet overlaps and seals properly. That way, no wind or rain can get inside. Now I'm cutting the clear plastic sheets. These are see-through, so sunlight can still come in during winter. I'll fix them using tape or small screws, depending on the frame. I'll also label each one, like Window 1 or Window 2, so it's easy when I start fitting them. Now I'm cutting each window sheet carefully using the grinder. I'm making sure the edges stay clean and straight, so every piece will fit perfectly when I fix it onto the aviary windows. These clear plastic sheets are great because they'll still let sunlight through during winter, but they'll block out the cold wind. I'll take my time with each one, measuring twice and cutting once, so everything seals tightly. Once they're all cut, I'll label them window 1, window 2, and so on. Make the fitting process much easier later. Now that all the window sheets have been cut, I'm just smoothing the edges with the grinder. This is an important step because sometimes the plastic can leave sharp edges after cutting. I want to make sure everything is smooth and safe, especially for the birds. When I fit the sheets and seal around the edges with silicone, I don't want any sharp bits that could hurt their feet if they land or sit near the frame. It only takes a few minutes to smooth them, but it makes a big difference for safety and a clean finish. Now that all the sheets have been smoothed, they're ready to fit. You can see here, I'm using 5x50 screws along with M6x30 washers for each sheet. I'll be using about 6 screws per panel to make sure everything is held tight and secure. This will help stop any air, wind, or rainwater from coming through the gaps once winter starts. The washers help spread the pressure evenly so the plastic doesn't crack when tightening the screws. I'll also show you exactly how I fit each sheet, step by step, so you can see the full process and how tight the seal is once it's done. Alright, now I'm going to fit the window sheet. First, I've measured and cut the sheet to size, and I've smoothed all the edges so there won't be any sharp bits. The washers are really important because they stop the sheet from cracking when I tighten the screws. Before I put in the screws, I drill small pilot holes using a plastic drill bit. This is a really useful trick because it helps prevent the sheet from splitting or cracking while drilling. I'm using a drill with a 7mm drill bit, along with 7mm brown plugs and 5x50mm screws with washers. I've made 6 screw holes in total, making sure they're evenly spaced to hold the sheet. 7mm brown plugs and 5x50mm screws with washers. The washers are really important because they stop the sheet from cracking when I tighten the screws. By the way, while you're watching me finish drilling this sheet, I just want to mention the cost. It's around £60 for 2 sheets, since it's special second-hand conservatory roof material. The screws cost about £6 for a box of 200. The M6x30 washers were around £7 for a pack of 100, and the silicone was £4.50 each. I used 4 of them. Plus, of course, my own time. So overall, not too expensive to finish all the windows, and as you can see, the result looks perfect so far. As you can see, this sheet is double layered, like a double glazed panel. Normally, this type of sheet is used in conservatory windows to keep it warm and soundproof. I chose this because single layer glass might hold against the wind, but it wouldn't protect against cold or noise. Using this double layer sheet means it's strong enough to handle wind, keeps the cold out, and also makes it soundproof. That way, my parrots can sleep peacefully at night, even when the wind is strong outside. After fitting the sheet, I'll seal all the corners with clear silicone to make it fully airtight and secure. This ensures no drafts or water get through, keeping the aviary safe, warm, and comfortable for the birds. Once the sheet is in place, I take some clear silicone and carefully seal around all the corners. This is to make sure the window is airtight and water can't get in through any tiny gaps. I pay close attention to each corner, just to be sure everything is sealed properly. And that's it. The sheet is now fitted, secure, and sealed. It's a simple process, but taking your time with each step really makes a difference in the final result. Everything is neat, strong, and ready to handle wind and rain without any issues. So, as you can see, the window is now fitted. All the screws are in place with washers, and I've sealed around the edges with clear silicone. There's still a little light coming through, but that's normal. Now I've done all small window everything step by step to make sure it's secure and airtight. Now that this smaller window, which is 2 feet by 1 foot, is all complete, I'll move on to show you the bigger window. This next one is larger than usual, and I'll show you exactly how I fit it and seal it, step by step, just like I did with this one. This window here is 2 feet by 4 feet, and before I fitted the sheet, I added a 1 inch by 1 inch mesh on the outside for extra wind protection. I didn't need to drill a new frame because, as you can see, the old wooden window frame is already there. So, I just used a Normal cordless drill to tighten the screws. For this window size, I used 3 screws along the top, 3 along the bottom, and 1 on each side to fix the sheet firmly in place. After that, I'll be sealing it with silicone. You can see I've used grey silicone here instead of clear. That's because this same sheet was fitted last year for the winter, then removed in summer to let in fresh air. We do this every year, fit it during the cold months and take it off in summer. This year, I thought I'd update you on my winter routine for my parrots inside the aviary. Since the old window frame is grey, I've used grey silicone again to match it and keep everything looking neat and tidy. The sheet fits perfectly, helps block the cold wind, and keeps the birds warm and comfortable through winter. Now I'm just showing you that all my windows are done. I've fitted every sheet nicely, sealed around the edges, and made sure there are no gaps anywhere. I'm just walking through my whole aviary now so you can see how everything looks after the work is finished. You can see each window has been fitted properly with screws, washers, and silicone around the corners. The double layer sheets make a big difference. They'll help keep the cold out, reduce noise, and make sure my parrots stay nice and warm inside. I've also used mesh on the outside for extra wind protection and safety. Everything is looking neat and clean, and I'm really happy with how it's turned out. This year, my parrots are all ready for the winter now. They've got a warm, sheltered space where they can rest comfortably even when it's cold and windy outside. I do this every year around this time, getting everything sealed up before the real winter weather starts. It keeps the aviary dry, warm, and quiet, and my birds stay happy and healthy all season. So, that's the full walkthrough of my aviary windows, all ready for winter. I'll keep you updated with more as the season goes on, and soon I'll show how my parrots are enjoying their cozy setup inside. Now I can show you the next step after sealing all the windows. It's time to get everything ready for warmth. I've set up the heating system with a timer, so when the weather gets cold, it turns on automatically. The same goes for the LED lights, they're also on a timer. As soon as it starts to get dark, the lights come on, or if the temperature drops too low inside, the lights and heating will switch on to keep the aviary warm and cozy. I've run all the light cables safely above the ceiling, so the parrots can't reach or chew on them. Only the lights themselves are visible, which keeps everything safe and tidy inside the aviary. You can see all my parrots are really happy and comfortable. They're enjoying their winter setup, eating their favorite food, and relaxing in a calm, wind-free space. My Alexandrine parrot especially is loving his peanuts. Just look at him, totally relaxed and enjoying the moment without any noise or cold air coming through. Alright everyone, that's all for today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing how I get my aviary ready for winter and how my parrots stay warm, safe, and happy. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more updates and parrot videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.